this is another very unsettling story that should really worry you and concern you if you give a shit about anything considered to be Western value of liberty, freedom, privacy. Why is the state, this is from the Los Angeles Daily News, why is the state giving your health data to political consultants? In May 2021, California Governor Gavin Newsom announced a Vaxx for the Win sweepstakes that would give away $116.5 million with big cash prizes awarded in random drawings to dozens of lucky winners. Everyone who received a COVID vaccine was automatically entered. I guess I didn't win. We have your information in our system, Newsom said. The Mercury News reported that he was referring to the millions of vaccination records in the California Public Department of Health's confidential digital immunization information system. The state maintains a confidential registry of all vaccine recipients, Cal Matters reported, noting that the governor's assurance that the names of the winners would be kept confidential unless the individuals volunteered to have their information released. Really? Well, but the confidentiality of the information in the state's vaccine registry has a big loophole in it, through which the confidential data is flowing to a political consulting firm called Street Level Strategy. What? Yep. So listen to this. I'm being stalked by the state of California, one Los Angeles resident told me recently. I just got a call from a guy who told me he has my file and he sees I got a Pfizer vaccine, but not a booster. The caller identified himself as being with Street Level Campaigns and said they had a contract with public health to help people make appointments to get boosters. Here's how Street Level Campaign describes itself on its website. Street Level Campaigns is a grassroots consulting firm specializing in community organizing, voter contact, and coalition building. Our clients include candidates, ballot measures, issue campaigns, nonprofit organizations, and trade associations. SLC is an affiliate of our sister organization, Street Level Strategy, a national public affairs consulting firm. Responding to questions about the contract, the California Department of Public Health said this in an email. My Turn, that's the state's vaccine appointment program launched by CDPH, the California Department of Public Health, shares a list of booster-eligible California residents with Street Level Strategy. That includes names, age, gender, ethnicity, contact information, and vaccination history. Now, I always thought there was a thing called HIPAA. And HIPAA meant that your medical records are private under penalty of law. That's a big deal in America, that your medical records are private, except this. With a focus on reaching communities that have been disproportionately impacted. So they're going to get you a booster. That's what they say. However, the person who contacted me about the phone call from Street Level Campaigns did not make an appointment through My Turn, choosing instead to go to a walk-up vaccination site. The next day, the person received a text from the California Department of Public Health. My Turn, in other words, collected data from people who did not visit the My Turn site and voluntarily provide it. Instead, the staff operating the walk-up vaccination site reported the data to the state. And now the state shares that data with these mother effers. Street Level Strategy. In its emailed response to questions, the California Department of Public Health said that the contract includes terms and conditions that outline information, privacy, and security requirements, and provisions which limit the use of retention of individuals' confidential information. So what they're saying is, we've got a lot of regulations that go along. When we give your private medical data to a fucking marketing firm, a public relations company, we have a lot of regulations that we tell them about when we give them your private medical data. This is bullshit. Let's hope that's enough, because the state of California has given this political consulting shop $12.7 million in contracts and access to a confidential digital registry of every California resident who has received a COVID vaccine. Now, of course, the defenders of all the COVIDians are going to defend this by saying, of course, the state could give a shadowy consulting group the private medical records of everyone who gets the vaccine. Everybody always knew that, Jimmy. That's how they're going to defend it. Oh, everybody knows that they do that. You mean that the state can just give a shadowy consulting firm your private medical information? Everybody knew that. Everybody know it. Everybody know it's just there to keep you out of the hospital. Everybody knows it doesn't stop the The contract was awarded without competitive bidding under the authority of the governor's emergency declaration on March 4th, 2020, even though work under his contract didn't begin until 2021. So they could have taken bids. There was no hurry. This is corruption. This is how United States government works, which is why we sent $100 billion to Ukraine instead of $100 billion to the United States. Who is Street Level Strategy? The company markets the service of building authentic, engaged, and active grassroots coalitions of everyday people to shape policy outcomes at the local, state, and national levels. And shouldn't that contract have gone to a company in the healthcare industry? One with experience handling confidential medical data? You would think. But they didn't give them the money. So the money went from this company, so this company gets it. In June 2021, a story headlined, California vaccination records raise data privacy concerns. The Mercury News reported that some experts had fresh privacy concerns about California's health data, as the state surpassed 50 million vaccine doses delivered. Lee Tian, a senior staff attorney at the Electronic Freedom Foundation, noted that the California Information Practices Act and HIPAA, the Federal Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, impose confidentiality obligations on healthcare providers and on state agencies, such as the California Department of Public Health. But he worried about the data security of local health agencies, where he said those laws don't apply. The California Department of Public Health has confirmed that the state collected the confidential health data, contact information, and demographic characteristics of everyone who received a vaccine, and that they share that data with a political consulting firm that happens to be in the business of contacting Californians to organize and mobilize coalitions to shape policy outcomes for the firm's paying clients. Did you know that? Now you do. And again, that should outrage you and send a chill up your spine. That's the world we're living in now, and that more than half the country is okay with this shit. Mm-hmm. Craig Pasta, what do you make of this?
Because this was never ever about your health, this whole friggin' vaccine shit. It just shows you more that we need a digital bill of rights. We need our data protected that we don't have. This wasn't about health. This was about getting us all on QR codes and making sure that our information that was just readily handy at all times, it's available at all times for whoever and whenever because they want to track and trace you at all times. You know, and you saw they just got together, the B20, the G20, and they all agreed to digital international passports for travel, and eventually getting that done through the WHO. This is all connected. They wanted you on a QR code because they want to strip you of your freedoms, and they want to track and trace you all the time. And if there's any dissenting voice, they want to make sure they know who it is. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's a QR code for humans, and that is bad.
Unfortunately, our hero in South America, Lula, is for this kind of thing. He's for digital ID, is he not?
Certainly is. I mean, he did go over and sign on it, and, you know, giving some concession to Latin American leaders because they have to play ball a lot of times. Like I said, the devil's sitting inside their house. But this is something that has always been a concern when it came to Lula. He's always been pro-vaccine. And, you know, he's had his connections to the West. So it seems like he was a little bit more for this than Bolsonaro was. But unfortunately, you know, it's up to the people of Brazil to decide who they want to lead their country, not us.
So, again, this is all about control and narrative control and every kind of control. That's what this is about. And but I have to tell you what the science is. YouTube says the vaccines are safe and effective, and they will slow the transmission and contraction, and they will keep you from getting seriously ill, hospitalized, or death. They're fantastic. Hey, we're doing live stand-up comedy in Los Angeles, December 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. And we're going to be in Tempe, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Nashville. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets. See you there.